Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the Lady Arcader's second annual Game Development Jam, the Lag Jammers Waltz. My name is Tozzle, and I'll be your host as we catch up with our incredible teams one last time before the final submission deadline tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern. On yesterday's recap, we learned that Boole is very much part of code and heard how tough but incredibly rewarding gradients are. We also got a delightful reminder of the power of teamwork thanks to the help from floating workers who produce music on behalf of criminal industries. Day 2 was full of surprises, and if you missed it, I highly recommend checking out the VOD. It was so awesome. That said, our teams have been hard at work. Since Thursday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, that's roughly 59 hours of development behind us now. They have until tomorrow, Sunday, December 7th, to submit their games for the final showcase, which I know we're all super excited for. Make sure to get your ball gowns and tuxedos ready, folks. It's going to be a waltz to remember. The theme for this year's jam is rhythm. Teams have taken rhythm literally or figuratively, and in most cases, in every up, down, left, right way imaginable to guide their game's creations. Tonight, I'm excited to announce that we will be hearing from all 5 teams who are ready to share where their projects stand as they enter the final stretch of the jam. And joining us for the first time on broadcast this jam, please welcome in Zib from Team Name Pending. We are so excited to have you here with us tonight. I can't wait to see what you have to share with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm exhausted.
I bet. I mean, it's 3 days. And I've taken like peeks in your channel, and you have been putting in work, friend. So I'm really, really excited to see what you've got here. I can see some storyboard sneak
Yes.
peeks potentially.
Yes. So, I guess I'll start off with explaining kind of the concept
Yeah.
that we were going for, since our game is kind of a mystery to everyone at this point.
It's a total
Um,
mystery. What's the name? Do you have a name?
we do have a name. We are okay. So let me preface this first. Uh, so, uh, we decided to explore the concept of rhythm in a more metaphorical sense.
Love it.
Um, we wanted to explore the rhythm of life. Um, and for most people, that involves getting up, going to work, going home, going to sleep, getting up the next day, and doing it all again. So we thought it would be fun to kind of simulate the experience of being an average person working a sort of computer related ish job in an ordinary office, and finding ways to, well, if you've been in that kind of environment, you know it can be stressful and sometimes downright draining. So we wanted to add some gameplay elements to have you kind of manage your stress levels
Oh my
in a
goodness.
working environment. So that's kind of the gameplay aspect we were going for there. And we do have some wonderful storyboards here drawn up by Vin. And I really just want to show these off for, if no other reason, they are cute as heck. You're going to love them. So let's open up the first one here just to kind of give you an
Yes.
idea of what we're looking at. Look at this.
That's so
So
cute.
it's like,
Day 1, birds chirping.
yeah, you wake up. It's like, oh, yeah, first day today. Oh, it's time to go. All right, let's make our way through the house. We're out the door, and look at that. We're in the office. How do we log in again? All right, come over here. Oh, now we get to meet the boss, get some tutorials, just figure out how an average day goes for our average worker. Uh, and just doing some work here. Oh, and we'll get to what this means in just a little bit. And then the idea is that we would have kind of like these interstitial bits where in between your quote unquote work, you would uh, be in the office and you can kind of choose what to do. Sort of like an adventure game style thing. It's like click over here to go to the break room or whatever. And these would all kind of factor into how you manage your stress throughout a workday. I will go ahead and say that because of kind of, I guess, scheduling shenanigans and just timing issues in general, we've had to really scale back the scope of what we're doing here. So we're hoping we can get a little bit of this, a little bit of the environment aspect of this in there as well, but we're probably going to scale this down to like maybe one day. But anyway, continuing the storyboard. And oh, look at that. Lots of stuff to do at work. Yeah, yeah, okay. Not going to talk too much about that because we don't want to give everything away. Then we come over here. All right, probably not going to happen a day two, but you can imagine what a day two might be like. More of the same. Uh,
If we
lots of
haven't
stuff.
quit our
Mhm.
job, we have day two.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's actually that's good to point out because we there are very obvious ways you could, lose a scenario like this, but we didn't want to focus on the aspect of failure because this is all about kind of managing your stress. We wanted to focus on just getting through the day, and
Yes.
if you did poorly, that's just a way you could do better next time. So you don't have to worry. If you don't complete your work, you will not get fired,
Oh, that's so
thankfully.
nice.
Yeah, don't worry. I have some not nice things in here to counterbalance that.
What?
We'll get there. Don't worry. Don't worry about
Okay,
it.
I'm ready.
Okay, so that's the storyboards, and okay, I think we're good on time. So I would love to show a little demo for what
Yes,
we've been working
please.
on.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I will say I was trying to get this to the point where there were going to be at least three mini games, but unfortunately, the time I've had available, I've only been able to implement two, and one of them still has a bit more work to go for one of the key features of the game, which you'll see. So this one, I have just a very simple test menu here. Oh, and I guess I should say, now that I've actually explained everything, the name of our game is Synergy Simulator.
Synergy Simulator.
Yes.
I love it. This is such a great concept. I just want to just interject really quickly to say,
Mhm.
so far you're the only team who has taken this metaphorically, and it's very interesting to see where you chose to go with it. And I really like it, and I love the concept.
Okay, so it's actually funny you mentioned that. I'm glad you did. The overall concept of the game was absolutely in the sense of metaphor. Um, However, one of the mini games I decided to be a little on the nose.
Yes.
Ah, look at
Oh,
this. So I have paused this so you can get an idea of what we're doing here. So in this particular mini game, the idea is that your player character is programming some code, and you don't have to worry about that. They're going to do that all on their own. However, they're going really slow. So you see all this mess over here to the left side of the screen. Well, that's where we come in. We have ourselves a literal rhythm mini game to help speed up their coding. So
this is amazing.
come back over here. I will unpause and all right, off to the races.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, and you
Oh, and
can
it's
see you're
coding on
already
the
typing.
right.
Yep. And if I do a bunch of mispresses or I do nothing,
There's
it's like, oh, we're going really slow again. So
and
now I'll
the green
start.
bar, is that a timer?
That is the work timer, yes.
Okay.
That's how much time your character has to complete the task. So here I will start doing better again. I am terrible at rhythm mini games. I have engineered this one to be specifically not terrible for me. Okay, we've almost got it. We've just got two more files, which you can see down in the bottom part
Oh,
here.
yeah, that's so cool.
Hey, passed our work. Awesome. So
Yay.
that's one of the two mini games that I have implemented. But there is one other thing that I really want to show off. Um, this is a feature that I am particularly proud of.
Yay, I'm so
Um,
excited to see it.
but let me ask you, does anybody remember the early 2000s?
Uh,
Does that period of computing sound familiar to anyone? It was a magical era, let me
Diablo
tell you.
2, uh, early
Fantastic. Yeah.
2000s.
I like where your head's at. Not what I'm driving at right now. Uh, but
It's
it
the first
was
thing I could think
truly
of, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I completely understand. Completely valid answer, by the way. But it was a magical era of computing, and Microsoft, in particular, had this really fantastic feature in Office that everyone loved. It was
Clippy?
called Clippy. This,
Clippy! Yes!
so you'll see this button over here that says "Do not click me." I'm going to click on it.
Is this part of the game?
Yes, it
Oh my
is.
goodness. Good luck. Lol.
So we're going to go back over here. I'm not going to click on it yet. I'm going to tell you what it did. Um,
Okay.
we have we have implemented our own version of Clippy into this game, and actually I decided to implement three versions of it just because I kind of liked all my concepts for it.
Amazing.
Um, there is Blippy, which is who you'll see right now. There's Crunchy, and then there's Sloppy. Now, obviously, we had to implement this in such a way to make it applicable to the modern day. So the concept here was that at a certain point in the game, your quote unquote boss would tell you, hey, we've decided to implement mandatory usage of AI buddies in your
Oh
work.
my goodness.
So you're about to see what that means. In the case of this minigame, I'll go ahead and tell you what it does is whenever one of your AI buddies pops up, your controls are completely locked out, and he starts hitting keys on his own until you dismiss him.
Oh my goodness. It is a stress simulator. I'm having to manage my stress thinking at the thought.
Yeah. So, what do you want to see it?
I want to see it so badly. I think chat's
Okay,
very
then.
excited as well.
All right, then. So let's just play a demo. And this is RNG, so I'm hoping we get lucky.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, yeah, I set the stress to max,
oh
so
my. Oh, there's
all the
our
notes
friend.
are really fast.
Ah!
No, Lippy, get out of here. What are you doing? I'm trying to work, please. All right, back to the task at hand. Oh my God. No, get out of here. Okay,
This is a great.
okay. This is fine. I can Lippy, no, please. Oh,
So
well,
do you have
that
to
could have gone
mouse
better.
click it out? Like how do you
Yeah.
dismiss your buddy, your AI
Uh,
pal?
I'll show you. There's actually I don't know if it was coming through on the stream very well, but right here comes up. Yeah. Also, he has different things he can say, by the way.
This is
Uh,
great.
yeah, down here he has kind of this hard to see X, this little button down in the bottom corner. So you have to go there. You have to click on it, and he just creeps back up every time. I'm a feature. Yes, you certainly are, Blippy.
That's amazing. Like heroic progress and amazing, hilarious ideas. Oh my goodness gracious. Well done.
Thank you. I'm
Ah,
hoping we have some legitimate art by tomorrow for the environments. Everything you've seen here so far has been just something slapped together by me, and I am not an artist.
I mean, you wouldn't know it. It looks amazing just as is. Like, this is great. I mean, you've got like the whole feeling like cohesively coming together with what you are intending to do. So, like, bravo.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, so okay. Do you have anything else to show us, or should I? Is it okay if I ask a couple questions?
That was all I had planned to show for this evening.
I mean, it was a lot. I didn't mean to say that in a. Is that it? No, I just wanted to see more because it was so good. But I guess we'll just have to wait for tomorrow for that. But
Yes.
so knowing what you know now on day 3 of the lag jam, is there anything you would have changed how you approached day 1 of the event? Or do you think, I mean, when I watched you, you kind of hit the ground running, but what do you think on day 3? What are your day 3 thoughts?
I probably would have tried to scale back a little bit earlier.
Mm.
um, when I got started with these mini games, they were just very high level ideas. In fact, this rhythm game you just saw was inspiration because a friend suggested it to me. I was like, I got to think of some other mini game ideas, and she said, why not just have a literal rhythm mini game where you press keys on a keyboard? You're playing as an office worker, so it makes sense. I was like, huh, okay, yeah, you're right. And then when I started working on it, I had the idea, wait a minute, if this is simulating the experience of typing things, I should actually have something typing out on the side. So the scope just kind of on this one mini game just kind of blew up and took a little longer than anticipated. So definitely planning things out a little bit more is something I would have done a little earlier.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks great though. What are you hoping to have ready for tomorrow? I know we have until 8 p.m. to submit, but what are you hoping to get done?
Mhm. Uh, so bare minimum, I'm going to have the second mini game done. It won't be nearly as flashy as this one, but I did do some testing today, and just on its own, at the hardest difficulty, it works.
Awesome.
And the integration for the AI buddy is probably going to make it hilariously stressful. Um,
Do we have a stress meter in this game? Is there a stress meter?
okay, so
Or is
there
it just
are
your own
actually
personal stress meter?
I can't help you with the latter, but
Okay.
internally the game actually does track a few things. Player stress being one of them. The other thing I track that I there are some stats that I have internally, but I don't make use of all of them right now. Really, it's just player stress and what I'm calling player burnout. Um, Burnout is
Uh,
basically with that persistent stat that goes across the entire game, and maybe you can reduce it a little bit. But the more stress you accrue, the more burnout you happen to, accrue as well.
that's incredible.
Um, and there is one other kind of minor stat in the game called player skill, and you'd think this is a good thing. It's like, okay, this means the player's doing really well. Except I use player skill to determine when Blippy should show up and kind of mess up your work.
So, like, the better you are, the more AI Blippy tries to thwart you.
Yep.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Wow.
at minimum, I'm going to have that ready. But I would also, like I said earlier, I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to get some of the official, the real environment art, so I can integrate that and maybe have a little bit of a little bit of the interstitial bits, so it can connect the mini games in kind of a logical fashion. Have an actual game around the mini games.
I mean, really, again, fantastic job. I'm very impressed and so excited to see where this is going. You've really done a good job. Great ideas, great execution so far, and yeah, you definitely are going to deserve a much needed break after this because I mean, to me, this looks like years of work. I can't even imagine this. This is incredible. Wonderful job.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say today? Shout outs or anything before we head to a break?
I'd like to shout out my team. I know we've had some, scheduling shenanigans going on, but people have really pitched in. Uh, when when it came right down to it, people were able to get done as much as they possibly could.
That's
And
awesome.
at the end of the day, that's really all you can ask. And I appreciate every little bit people have put in.
Yay. So shout outs to Team Name Pending members. Y'all are awesome. Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Zib, for being here. We are now going to step away for a brief intermission while we set up our next team in the studio. So, everyone, please take this time for some self care and stay tuned as the Lag Jam event recap will continue shortly. Welcome back to Lady Arcaders and day 3 of the Lag Jam nightly event recap. Our teams have been tirelessly working since 10 a.m. on Thursday and only have until tomorrow, Sunday, December 7th at 8 p.m. to submit their games for the final showcase. We are in the home stretch now, folks. With that said, I'd like to welcome back Metroid Crime from Team Criminal Industries. I feel like we were just chatting about 15 minutes ago about day 2. How you doing on this day 3?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, oof, ouch. I'm doing pretty good, though.
Going?
No. I know. Oh, I spent a lot of time today doing something silly. I had to, like, rewrite a whole bunch of stuff to get the rhythm stuff working.
I
Oh,
heard
it was just,
something about kicking friends across the screen or something.
Oh, I patched that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I did patch that. But yeah, I will talk about it in a second when I go into that screen.
Sorry, I was just getting excited. Welcome in
No,
again.
no, you're all good. You're all good. Let me refresh this. Yeah, so this front screen looks a little bit different now because I removed that whole thing that's like rhythm tester because I implemented it into the main loop. So, I also made this a lot larger and styled it, but I guess everyone's favorite things to do is reload this, so I just added a randomize button here, so that you can change your name easily without having to reload the game. So
this is great. You know, random fact, I do love the random name generator. That's actually how I got Tozzle way back in the day.
Perfect.
So thank you for adding that in. You're pleasing people like myself.
Right.
So good. And you can just mash it until you get something you want instead of having to think about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great work.
So, I can walk around now, and you'll notice, hey, there's a... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna respawn this because I added something cool that didn't spawn.
Ooh, okay.
It does a different player color every time you load in.
Hey.
I ended up using the Lady Arcaders colors to do that.
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, so I also spawned this like fake player here. I've been trying to get the collision to work to trigger the scene, but for some reason it just is being a pain right now, and I can't figure it out. I've been trying to debug it for the last little bit. However, I did add a hack in that mimics it, so here we go.
Woo!
Too late. Okay. So I do have, that's the gameplay loop. So imagine like rock, paper, scissors, whenever you encounter them. I want to have, the visual indicators are very off right now, which is unfortunate.
So you're like pressing spacebar. Yeah, it was spacebar?
Yeah, I'm pressing spacebar. Okay. Yeah. Let me just do a refresh on that because I don't think my accuracy was actually that good, but sure. I hope something's not broken.
You know, it wouldn't be a game jam if something weren't broken.
That was okay. That was better. Yeah, 13% accuracy. Okay. Anyway, not going to worry about that right now. But so that's that whole thing. I have this working now for the encounter. And I can talk a little bit more about the actual encounter. Let me pull up an inspector. Okay. It's probably very difficult to see what's actually going on here, but when I do an encounter, it basically tracks whether a note is late and then how close I am to the actual note. Currently, there's some math stuff happening that I need to figure out because it's actually not possible to be early at the moment. It's only possible to be perfect or late. So there's some stuff I need to figure out. But that's basically, I just want to make sure to get all of the like rhythm game stuff in a place where it's acceptable to play, so that I can implement a health bar from that point on.
Awesome. I can
Because
see it. I don't know how chat
yeah.
can see it, but I can see it perfectly on my screen. The late code saying late. Player hit late.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all just like me tracking it, debugging it, so I don't have to like put it up on the screen. Like have something flash up on the screen every time. But yeah, it's gonna be complicated. I just want to get to a point where I can get an accuracy score, and depending on how accurate you were, your health bar will drop. Which is like doing the whole like fight encounter sequence. And we'll see if I get that done. But because like I also like I would love to be able to have a map on this section that I actually drew rather than this placeholder. And that would be nice to do for tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see if I'm able to get that far.
And do we have collision on walls yet, or still?
We do not. No, that's
free
the
roam?
thing I need to work on. Yeah. The reason I'm holding off is because it is a very complicated. Like I'm wondering if there's an easier way to do it, but it's basically like you have to basically make a CSV file that is a chart that goes by like 16 pixel height and width blocks, and then you put basically like fill in the spreadsheet so it's either on or off. And I don't want to do it, so I've been putting it off basically because I think it's gonna be a huge time suck.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I feel like
I
was gonna say, I feel like at this point, like you want to have it finished and then add what you can't. I mean, that's just my perspective.
Yeah. I think mainly like what I want to do before the end of the jam is replace some of the graphic assets. Like I'm gonna continue this for like until I go to sleep tonight, which is probably gonna be around like 5 a.m. because I'm like that. But
yeah,
so I have like quite a few more hours.
Now 5:30, and I'm like,
I know,
getting up, Crime. I'm literally getting up. we can do the high five out of the sheets. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Literally this morning, like I got woken up and then I see Crime's going to bed. I was like, okay. That's impressive. Yep. I'm jealous.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have a lot of time today. But I figured tomorrow is gonna be like my cleanup and do like some cool animation effects on things and like just maybe do some redrawings of like the logo here and align things up so it's just a little nicer looking, because I don't want to do like too heavy programming tomorrow, because I've been committing my code, so like if something did go wrong I could go back, but like tomorrow I want to focus on finalizing everything and just kind of like wrapping things up and putting on finishing touches. So
is your plan? I feel like this is also something you might do, but I feel like, are you planning on, like, you're going to submit tomorrow, because obviously we want to showcase your game on the stream at 8 p.m. At 9 p.m. And but afterwards, do you think you're going to continue your project?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's
going to take it's obviously I can't put as much time into it as I am doing this weekend, so I imagine it's going to be like a very long ongoing project, but yeah, I would love to.
Yeah,
I really want to get the multiplayer implemented. Yeah.
And I think what people need to know too is that like Crime right now is a one-person show. Like Crime is the team. So Team Criminal Industries is Crime. So what we're seeing is a lot of work by a single human over the course of, would I say 82 hours? So really like impressive stuff. Like it's really, really fun to see. Like you coming in every day, we get to see the progress every day, and it's really, really cool. Yeah. And I also want to shout out, of course, Exy for making this wonderful music in this section. And I have to give a shout out to Indie Villain for helping me with some math today, because I was math. Yes. Okay. Of course, because they said there'd be no math, and then it sneaks up on you again, right?
Yeah. I was trying to find this. Where is this? It's It was the whole like oh my goodness, I'm looking for it now. It's the file called.
That's right, Holly. Math.
It's the judge. Yeah, math. So the whole thing with like trying to figure out it was the getting the average accuracy, basically, like your player score.
Okay.
And I was like, can I please, like, can we walk through this to make sure I'm doing this correctly? Because my math is ability is terrible. Um, so I kind of just like theoretically talk things out, and then he was helping with figuring out, is that correct?
That's awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's
So
great. That's why we have
but
friends, right?
yes, yeah.
Ah.
um but yeah, no, I'm so happy with everything so far. It's been wonderful to have the experience making this, and like I can't wait to see like how this even progresses after the scope of the jam.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Like the whole thing's exciting. Like every time I see everyone's games, I can't wait to see like the next day, the next process, the
Mhm.
next step,
Yeah.
the next graphic, asset, whatever it is. It's all so exciting. And then the fact that we're going to be able to play them in some capacity tomorrow is going to be great. And then for those people, like even we had people last year, they actually went on to finish their games, right? Completely.
Yes.
And
Yeah, yeah.
so it's really cool. And yeah, I'm excited for you.
Thanks. But yeah, that's unless you have any other questions for me, I have shown off a lot of the stuff I've done today because I've been on every day, so I've been able to kind of like give these incremental updates, which has been nice.
Yeah, I'll ask you the question I've been asking everyone. Knowing what you know now on day 3 of the jam, is there anything you'd have changed on how you approach day 1 of this event, especially because you're doing this solo?
Yeah, I wish I made a more solid plan for what I wanted done on each day.
Ah,
Um,
yes. Good old
because
checklist. No.
uh-huh. Yeah, for sure. I also wish I wish I had built a sample project in this programming language to get an idea of how to program with it. Because it has a lot of quirks that I just like literally everything I've been stuck on has been like, this doesn't interact with this. Why? Are they not talking to each other? And that's been every single thing I've been stuck on for like multiple hours has been just that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
It's such even though you like have those things happen though, like it's such a great learning experience, and you know that you're going
For
to
sure.
take that information and apply it to your next day's work or the next game that you make, or anything that you do in life. So I think it's really like helpful to hear these things because
Mhm.
they're all teachable moments and you have to kind of embrace them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, any other closing remarks or specific win you want to end on a win from today's work?
Um, yeah, honestly, I'm really happy that I got the rhythm section as solid as it is. This is this name.
I know
Okay.
I've been trying to hold my no one can see my face, but I've been trying to hold my face for some of the names that I've seen go by, and it's been very difficult to not like guffaw.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the screen. But yeah,
Got it.
so
Deadbeat is the title of this game, folks. Remember it.
for sure. But yeah, no, I really happy I got the rhythm part of the rhythm game jam
Woo!
working. Yeah.
Amazing. No, that's great. Again, congrats. Really excited for tomorrow. I mean, I'm going to be there, obviously, and I can't wait to play it. So, again, great work. Thank you again for being here every night to show us your progress. We are
Thank you.
going to head away now just to a short break. So, folks out there, make sure to stretch, hydrate, grab some snacks. Just don't wander off too far because we'll be back in the rhythm with more day 3 Lag Jam updates you won't want to miss. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Lady Arcaders and day 3 of the Lag Jammers Waltz event recap. The beat is picking up and the teams are keeping in time as we head into the home stretch of game development. For our next team presentation of the evening, we're excited to welcome Team Delinky and Gumpy to the broadcast for the first time tonight. Joining us are Casey and Evie. We can't wait to see what you've been working on and hear all about your game. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, I'm so excited. When I saw the name here, Metronome, I'm already throwing my money at it, okay? Like, as a perpetual gnome player, I'm thrilled. Like, what could it
Yeah,
be? I gotta know. So glad
yeah,
for
the
you 2 to join
funny
us.
yeah, no, I'm happy to be here too. The funny part about the name is I think, people were talking about genuine, pitches for what we were gonna do for the jam, and then I was, out of the house, and I just wrote down metronome, and then nobody responded, so I typed it a second time, and then that became, like, our game. So that's sort of what happened.
Perfect. That's how it works, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and of course, the only way that we can properly show that we all laughed really hard at Metronome the first time is to commit to it as the sort of core concept for the game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The gnome or the metro?
well, of course, both.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
I actually
yeah.
can I first mention that I love the little cap on the O of the gnome?
Thank you.
Right? This
Yeah,
was yeah,
So
this was
good.
Evie who
yeah.
made
I
this.
I was like, we need a temporary logo, and then
And and then here we are.
yeah.
Sorry, that's great. I love it. I love the process.
uh,
Let's see what you got. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can just kind of go through our whole setup here.
yeah.
So
Let's
this is
dive into those
metronome.
flows, Casey. Let's dive
Yeah,
into
let's go
those
into it. So
flows.
so this is metronome. We're not going to be launching the game for y'all because number one, we've got some scripts that are being funky and that would be annoying, and also just leave a little bit of surprise for when we're actually done because we're getting there. And we have basically everything outlined here in Miro. We've mostly been working out of it entirely. So if I zoom out, you can see just how messy it's gotten. This is our whole process right now. Everyone kind of has their own space, and we're kind of trying to follow it. But yeah, metronome. So basically, what we're looking at here is, I would say it leans more toy than structured game, but we definitely have a little bit of structure that we're working towards right now. We kind of started with like a general visual mood for like what metronome sounds like and means. Very foresty, very little critters and creatures kind of deal. And what metronome is it's basically a you could call it a music creation toy, but it's really just mostly just toy. It's we're we have so I should name actually the rest of our team who isn't here. We have Katrina, we have Katie, and we have Twinkachu are also on our team. And we're all kind of like dividing up work based on like I've been mostly on the design end and scripting. Evie's been doing a lot of art and music. Twink has also been doing art and music. Katie has been doing some voice work and some art, and Kat is our programmer and scripter, and she's been doing a lot of really good work to get this stuff working. But yeah, a lot of this is sort of the art corner, so you can kind of see some of the process. This is like most of the art you see is either going to up here is either going to be Evie or Katie, and Evie is so delightfully has a sort of time lapse of the stage, the background of the main gameplay right here, as she's been working on it, which is
Oh,
so
that's so
long. This is such a long
cool.
GIF. This is
This
such a
was
long
like
GIF,
a
Evie.
full day and change of work.
That's
Yeah,
impressive. This is so cool to see. I love this. I can't believe you did this. This was very smart. Hey, mushrooms.
yeah. It was very
Mushrooms
lucky
are awesome.
that the application I was using just had this feature built in. I was like, "Oh, perfect. I'll just toss this in our Miro board for when
Yeah.
we're going through this."
Yeah, so the basic idea of the game is so this is what we're calling the stage, and you have your metronome, as you can see when this GIF resets. Yeah, I think he's just kind of a little scribble outline.
It
If
is
you're
downloading the
you can do it
entire
now.
20
Oh, there we
megabyte
go.
GIF,
There he
by
is.
the way. Yeah, there we go.
And essentially, it's you have the stage and you have a number of instruments, and as you place the instruments, they begin to loop depending on the part is assigned to them, and it's sort of just kind of a little mixer, kind of very fuser inspired, which is
Mm.
very funny. We ended up there because Evie does not shut up about fuser, so of
Yeah, I
course we
love
ended up there.
Fuser. I love Fuser
Yeah,
so much.
and
Shout out
I
I'm
was
telling you,
almost
Fuser.
mad that we got there, but we
one of
did.
these days, I'm gonna do an attract mode Fuser, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Submit it.
I'll do it,
Uh,
I'll do it.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna go over to the flow first, and then I can kind of explore some of
Mhm.
our art stuff. So the basic idea is the metronome. You were as you start, you were introduced to the metronome. This is the metronome for now. This is these are mock-ups I made to show our flow. Some of the stuff is in game and using actual assets. Some of it is not.
And we get
Yeah, and so the
treated
metronome
to this
asks
lovely
you.
gnome.
Yeah, yeah, and the
Yeah.
metronome asks you about your fears, and then that's it. So we're not going to talk
Yeah,
about that.
moving on.
And then we go over here, and this is kind of the basic
That's gonna come
loop.
back to haunt us.
Yeah, and this is the basic loop, right? So this is obviously not what our final assets look like, but it's just to kind of convey what it is we're doing here. So basically, the stage has multiple different slots for instruments. Right now, we're settling on kind of a solo bass, rhythm, and two harmony or melody. We're sort of going to change the names around to make them more generic, I think, but parts. And for each instrument, wherever you place them, kind of determines the loop they play. So if you, for example, take the harmonifrog here and place it in the solo part, it's going to start to play the solo piece that's assigned to the harmonifrog. And so it's very like pro experimentation, trying to like make your own music and just look at all the cool sounds that we've made and see if you can make something that sounds really good. So eventually a full stage is going to look like this. And we have most of that functionality going. We're just figuring out the audio. So right now it's kind of a lot of just placing instruments in slots, and they stick there and they're functional and they're there, and we're importing audio and things right now. So that'll be
Which took
ready.
way longer than you would expect for just, like, putting stuff on, but,
Yeah.
like, coding stuff from scratch is so tough. It's so much.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
we have an
but
incredibly talented scripter and programmer
yeah.
working with us in Cat, but it's still just, we're trying not to like import anything, so that's gonna just make it longer. Yeah, and this is just sort of outline of our like options menu where you can update your fears,
At
if
any
you need
moment.
to, at any moment, and just kind of reset things. So that's the general flow of the game. It's sort of like an experimental music toy of just kind of putting everything together and making your little stage show, which I think is going to be really cute and fun to play with. Uh, on that note, you can see some of the instruments over here, which is fun. We have something. So if these icons we're just using them to track who is like working on what. But so Katie has been sort of like doing like concepts for some of this stuff, and then Evie has been animating, and so you see sometimes we got sprites, and then sort of who's doing that. So this is the R&B, uh,
Oh
which
my goodness.
has over time. Uh,
Oh, yes.
Got this little dance.
so this is like the active sprite for when it's actually playing music, and then this will be the
Oh.
we also have the harmonifrog, as you can see here. Over time,
Oh,
Moves
has a little
on
yes.
does
back
a
and
little
forth.
does a little jig, does a little dance with music,
Doing a little
and then we
wiggle.
have little wiggle, a lot of wiggles and jumps, I think. And then we have our gnomes, who right now is just doing a little whistle. So all
Oh,
kinds
that's
of little
Yeah.
guys.
great.
We have more planned. I think we have our chart down here, and we're kind of just like we tried to make something scalable. So the hope is that like once we get everything settled, um, if we have more time, we can like everybody can put effort into making additional instruments because how we're setting it up, it's not that hard to add the new content in. We just need the initial stuff set up so that it can be incorporated into the stage and all of that. But we have things like the metronome himself, the R&B, the harmonifrog, the flunt,
Oh,
which
okay.
is which is
What's
a
the flute?
It's
What
a
could
a
it
flute.
be?
flume.
It's a flute loon. So uh, we've got the meowdy Gertie. We've got the
Oh,
Melodic Frog, the Rabbit, which is going to be a synth, and the Rabbite, which is just sort of another version of the synth.
wow.
Yeah, and that's how we're tracking our files and things right here. And yeah, I mean, this is just our workspace. And also for anyone just curious about how we set up like our progress, because it's like 5 people on a team, you need to set this stuff up. We kind of
Yeah.
just broke things out based on screen, because it's sort of a 3-screen game. You have our title screen, our intro, and the actual stage itself, and broke tasks down according to like kind of discipline or whoever's working on what, and we just kind of take them as we go. So it's been really effective. I think we've been doing a lot of really good work for the short amount of time that we've been working on it. And this is the list of fears that we're working on, so that's over there. And we're
Yeah,
not
and I
gonna
would
I
love
think
to
that's
talk for a second
everything.
about, like, how it's just really nice to have, like, a big board to work on.
It is.
Just in
Everybody
terms
can
of,
make
like,
one
making
space.
sure that you have space for everything, including, like, you know, the fears and, everything else as well. Like, just making sure that you have, like, just an open space to collaborate on and put stuff together.
And I love how you can see people collaborating, right? Like you can see
Yeah,
their
Yeah,
yeah.
currently
their
mhm,
We're all
persons.
working.
Yeah,
Twink's
Yeah.
down here,
little
just
era.
Mhm.
organizing instrument stuff. I think Kat probably isn't in here because I know that she's actively working on a scripting issue that I ran into because I am a mediocre scripter at best. So I'm, she's trying to figure that out for me. But
Th-
that's kind of where we're at. I was trying to figure out how to embed audio into Miro so I could at least play one or two of our songs. I don't know if you have anything set up, Evie, that we could switch to you and you could show off one or two, or if we have
I mean,
time. But
I happen to have a program open, but I won't toss too much a wrench into tech stuff,
okay,
and
yeah,
we'll
that's
leave
fair.
we'll
That's
leave
fair.
some of
We're
that
switching.
exploration of the loops for when we actually finish the game.
Yeah, that sounds good to
Wow.
me.
Twink is
We
just
do have
doing
a lot
very
of
work.
tracks.
Yeah, making
Yeah.
making like a bunch of different tracks for everything, and so it's gonna be like a lovely little thing to explore, I think.
Yeah.
This is very, very cool. I love this board, by the way. Like, note to self, everyone. It's cool to do a team project, group project with Delinky and Gumpy. It does not look like they're gonna let you down because this is this is a well-oiled metronome machine here.
And something to note too is that a software like Miro is free up to like 3 boards, I think. I say software
Really?
like Miro because I don't wanna necessarily, one day down the line, they might suddenly be like, "Actually, you can only do 1 board," or whatever, but we're on just a regular free plan for this website. A lot of tools like to try and get you in that way, and so,
Yeah.
basically, I've just made a fake email. Should I admit that live on air?
Well,
Uh,
all right. Well,
We
looks like
all
our
do
account's
it.
getting
It's
locked.
totally
Good
cool.
job.
It's not
and
fake,
all of
it's
our work is
real.
gone.
You
Oh, we
made
just
an
got
email.
sniped.
It's a real email.
We got sniped from the heavens by Miro themselves. All the board's gone. Oops. Oops, oops, oops.
So so I know this is a spoiler-free progress. So I won't like pull the information out of you, but tomorrow when I play this game, is it going to become evident about the fears piece?
Sorry, what part?
Fears.
I'm not.
I'm not sure. Was
Was
this
there a
Choosing.
fear part?
Oh, okay. I see what we're doing. Uh-huh.
Um,
uh
there's.
it was like
You mean this?
yeah, don't
Because
worry.
Ah.
that's the gnome. That's the
No.
metronome.
Yeah. So the metronome is not scared of anything. Is that maybe
Yeah.
that's what you're asking?
Yeah.
I'm now scared. If this turns into a horror, folks.
I will guarantee
It is not scary. This game is not going
Okay.
to be
there's no
scary.
jump scares.
We're just having fun. We're
We're
being
just being a
silly.
little
It's sort of
goofy,
we're adding a
a
little
little
bit of
gumpy,
comedy to the
a little
thing.
gumpy, if
It's
you will, a little
yeah, a
goofy.
little. Well, I wouldn't say
a
that, but yeah,
a little
that's fair.
dlinky.
Little
Yes,
Dlinky.
exactly.
So what are you all hoping to have ready for tomorrow for when we play? Like, are there a couple things that you're trying to really finish off before, like you
Yeah, we
said,
got.
starting working on the other instruments?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of what's left is getting the music system up and running. I know that that's what, Kat's working on right now. And then getting some art assets in for the rest of the instruments. I think we actually have most of the instrument loops pretty nearly done. And so it'll just be a matter of, like, putting as many of those into the game as we can, basically.
Yeah, we've got basically a pretty good plan as far as we kind of have
Oh,
like
and
a universal music control that we're using that is having the music run at all times, and we're sort of just like cheating it a bit by
yeah.
unmuting and muting stuff as needed. So we're not, we're not too concerned with making this stuff like scalable in that way. We're just kind of like making a bespoke thing that has this stuff playing, and we're gonna unmute. So I feel pretty good about that. But it's mostly that, and then from there, the hope is that we can maybe add a few more extra little features and once we kind of have an area for like ideas people have had for a version 2 if we complete this before before end of night tomorrow. And I feel we're gonna at least get to our basic stuff, kind of our
Mhm,
MVP version of this thing.
mhm.
Amazing. Like, very, very cool to see, especially because you just kind of like sprung it on us on day 3. It's like, bam, it's right here.
Yeah, we did kind of go. We were trying to yesterday, and then we didn't realize we needed to say yes before a certain time. That's on us.
Oh, yeah, that's
We were
okay.
focused on making it. That's
Good.
I think.
It's looking fantastic. I'm thrilled to play it tomorrow. Like, I can't wait. Are there any highlights or successes that you would like to
Yeah, I would
share
actually
from
love
today
to
before we
point
move on?
out, Casey, can you pan up to our, like, our flow development? Like, we were kind of like, yeah, up at the top here, even
Oh,
further
this
up.
earlier
Yeah, that
version.
area. Yeah, I think one of the fun successes I wanna talk about is sort of, planning out some of your ideas in advance before programming. Initially, we were actually thinking about having it where you could have like as many instruments as you wanted, and then there was going to be this whole additional interaction where you're like choosing which loop they're doing. But then Casey, in like attempting to sort of like work through what this would look like, actually came up with like what if there was a limited number of slots, and then you have this determined sort of loop that happens for each slot. And so we got into that before we even started programming, and we're able to like come up with this better, sort of more interesting flow for maybe exploring what those loops would look like. And obviously, like we ended up with like sort of a combination of flow 2 and flow 3 at the end of it. But just having this sort of experimentation to see what might be the most interesting before we hop in and start programming. So just one of the things that you can benefit from by mapping out some of your gameplay flows before jumping in.
Plus it helps you, not get ahead of yourself and remember why you're doing things the way you are. If you have a direct flow planned out, I think like a very measure 4 or 5 times, cut once
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Not just twice, 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
I agree with
Sometimes
that.
you lose track, you know?
I
I
believe
forget
me,
the
me
numbers.
too. I have to go
Yeah,
back many times.
yeah. I measure it and then I go, "How many centimeters was that?" Gotta go back.
But really, I enjoyed this recap so much. Thank you both for jumping in and sharing information about your game. I'm very excited. I know chat's very excited to see where you get to tomorrow. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you. This has been fun. And this is the second time we've done Lag Jam, and
Yeah,
it's
sick both
just as
times.
fun as the first time. Yeah.
Yay!
Fully
Yeah,
fully
Edie has been sick
grateful both
both.
times. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Everyone gets six on lag jam. That's like part of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
right? There's
yeah, it's I've just been sick coming in both times, just entirely coincidental. I love it, love it.
life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
but but you've done great work, so thank you again. All right, folks. While this recap pauses for just a moment, the jam never stops. Grab a snack, tap your toes, and we'll be back with more day 3 lag jam recap in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to Lady Arcaders. This is day 3 of the Lag Jammers Waltz Game Development Jam Nightly Recap. For those of you who are new to the Game Jam scene, a Game Jam is an event where groups of people of varying skill levels in graphics design, programming, writing, music composition, and you name it, come together to work on making a game from scratch. The theme for this year's Jam is rhythm. Teams have taken rhythm as a concept literally or figuratively and use it to guide their game creations. Joining me now are Chaffee and Lady Mel from Team Tilde, Diabolic Alchemy Tilde. Welcome on in, you two. It's great to have your team back on stream.
Yay! Yarg! We lost Exy in the extreme cold, so if anyone sees like an Exy-shaped popsicle outside, please return to us.
Got it. It's been very cold lately.
Yeah, like my area has like extreme cold warning right now. I'm like, of course, right?
Good old
So-
Canada.
Tonight we're letting the programmer show the code. Amazing.
Woohoo! Welcome
We
in,
have
Mel.
slightly more idea about what it does than the designers do.
Slightly
Only
more.
slightly, though.
Wonderful. What do you got for us tonight?
Well, sadly, it's not terribly much more visually appealing than yesterday, due to a couple of real-life hangups getting in the way. We wound up being a little bit further ahead of the graphics side than we intended to be. So we have all the battle logic created, and I'm working on testing it, but we just don't actually quite have the graphics to attach to it yet. In a way that makes any coherent sense.
It's part of the
But
process.
to kind of give a slightly more in-depth description of what's going on here, essentially, it was the description that was mentioned to y'all tomorrow. Sorry, we are very tired.
Well, I mean, it is day 3, and you've been working your buns off, so that's completely acceptable.
Yep. Uh,
Give yourself to the rhythm.
Rival dance crew pirates shooting disco balls at each other. We kind of describe the gameplay as if we took the stratagem system from Helldivers 2 and the oh goodness, what was the other?
I should
The
know
Undying
this.
Fight from Undertale,
Yes.
and slapped it with the theme of Elite Beat Agents. But essentially, the player will have an offensive side and a defensive side, each controlled with one hand. Uh,
Oh, that's new, I think. So, is this actually like a? Sorry, I'm going to ask a question. Is it like a two-handed game then? So, like right hand offense, left hand defense kind of thing, or?
yes, although it is intended to have an option to switch which hand is operating defense and offense. It is just WASD and the arrow keys.
That's very cool. I'm gonna say this really quick in case someone hasn't actually seen the napkin drawing of this game. I'm calling it a napkin drawing, but you know, like the schematic of the game. So it's Friendships Disco Dodgeball Saga, and it was basically two battling pirate ships blasting disco balls at each other, and then you're dodging disco balls and gaining pirate friends on your ship. Is the visual that's happening? That's still all the same.
Yep, pretty much.
Awesome.
Last
Okay.
dance crew standing wins. Um,
I love that theme.
the the player has access to 3 different attacks. What I'm currently affectionately referring to as Boom, Big Boom, and Big Bada Boom, with
That's
different
great.
lengths of key combos needed to activate. And then there is the defensive portion where the opposing ship will fire a string of attacks at the player. And it will come in the form of uh, I've essentially split the screen into quadrants of up, right, down, and left. And when an attack is incoming, there will be the flashing warning arrow that was shown off yesterday. Uh, those arrows will show where the attack's coming from, and you have to dodge to a safe quadrant.
Oh, cool. Okay, so we didn't know that before. That's neat. I wasn't sure if like do you can you, so does that mean you have like a choice of like the 3 other quadrants and you have to press one of those keys at the right time? Or is the dodging pressing the key in the direction that it's coming? I know this is a weird question, but I'm just curious.
It is dodge to any area that does not have an incoming arrow flashing at it.
Okay, cool. So like if right and left have incoming arrows then you want to go up or down.
Correct.
Awesome. Okay. Cool.
And in entirely theoretical land, each of those directions would correspond to a different dance move that would dodge the ball.
Oh, yes. I love that.
We will
That's
see
very
if
cool.
the graphics get entirely to that level, but we will also see how much my stamina holds up, which I'm a lot more exhausted than I was hoping I would be by this point, but it's been a very long year. Um,
It's really fun. Like, I'm very excited for Pirate Disco Dodgeball Saga dancing and chaos and the friendships. Like you've done it's really impressive idea and just seeing I mean you're looking through all the code and the teamwork and just like, you know, obviously we all have real life, right? So we're all dealing with real life at the same time and the work that you're putting into this like it's incredible. So you really should be proud of yourselves even if you're tired. It's amazing.
yeah, uh, like I said, I don't have terribly much to say in like of the visual space. I do have one treat for you at the
Ooh,
end of this.
I love treats.
But most of my day has been spent building this entire bit of code and
Can
this.
I Can I ask a question about the offense side of things? Um,
Go
so
ahead.
so you're the one. Okay, so I guess my question is: are you deciding the rhythm to throw at your opponent, or is it like pre-programmed?
Um, the offense side is not necessarily tied to any beat. You can kind of do it at will. If you can do it while dodging, that's great. But if you can't really do it while dodging, then there will essentially be breaks in between the attacks that are a little bit longer that you'll have a chance to do the offense in.
Like this is really cool because like on the first like earlier in the jam, like we heard about the whole offense and defense, but learning that it's now actually being controlled separately and that you can do it simultaneously is that's really a really neat feature, I think. I think that's really cool. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I just, hope the code winds up actually working as still. I am currently working on the environment to test my logic, uh, if that makes any sense. I'm not entirely certain how much sense is coming out of my mouth at this point. Some of it's just crazed rambling, so
We love it.
um, it has been a learning experience. I mean, it's really hard to not learn a whole lot if you're just throwing yourself into a complete crucible of game development. Uh,
That's one way to put it. But it's true. I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were watching, but I feel like a lot of this, like really there are so many takeaways and learning experiences that you can get out of this. Like even when things don't quite go your way or you're having a particularly problematic day, like there's so much learning that goes on that you can like apply to either the next day or future development or even your life, you know? So I think like embracing those parts is important.
I mean, absolutely. This project started life as um, essentially a plan to prototype a combat system that we're kind of trying to build out for a project that we want to make in the future, kind of like one of those big golden dream projects.
Yeah.
Uh, so this was essentially just a step one in, hey, I need to learn how to do anything in a real-time battle system, so I am going to throw my full face into it and uh, see what I can create. And I'm entirely proud of what I have been able to create, but
Yeah, you should
I
be.
just
Just a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. What do you
it's a
think?
lot.
What do you think you're hoping to have ready for tomorrow for the 8 p.m. deadline?
In an ideal world, I will have some sort of functional battle system for y'all. Uh, if it turns out that I have to spend a lot more time debugging than I hope I have to, you might just get a very fancy debugging menu.
Hey, I like fancy.
hmm Um, but I mean, even if I fall asleep right now and manage to sleep till 8 p.m. tomorrow, I will have already gotten a whole lot out of this. So I have already, I mean, not perhaps fully succeeded, but succeeded as much as I reasonably could by this point. Um,
Yeah, no,
that
it's
sentence is
definitely a
going somewhere.
success. Chaffee, what are you hoping to have ready for tomorrow from the graphics end?
Uh, I'll say definitely get some things kiboshed together. Slowly but surely going down the list of what is needed. I will say I'm trying to not let my perfectionism get in the way, especially with an event with a time limit. That is something I'm trying to fight and have to remind myself, hey, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah, the expression, I'm as a fellow perfectionist, I always have to say that expression, don't let perfection be the enemy of good enough.
Yeah.
Right. For sure. That is really hard to embrace, but definitely I believe in you.
Yeah, it's my very first game jam ever. So, this whole event has been like a huge learning curve for me.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that you decided to take part. It's really remarkable all the work that goes into this, and truly the outputs that are created are incredible. So your whole team should definitely be proud.
And I'm definitely proud of them.
It's been a very exhausting, however many hours it has been at this point. I am
59
probably gonna go take a
or
nap
so.
after this.
Naps are
I
good.
am I am really out of steam this evening. Uh,
You
right.
said you had something to show us. You were hovering over it earlier, and now I gotta
Uh,
know.
I do have a little something to show y'all. So small bit of story time here for a minute. I am actually not the only programmer working on this project at the moment. I brought a friend of mine in. Her name is Jay, and I knew from the start that she was a few leagues above me in terms of coding prowess and knowledge of Godot. I was kind of hoping it was like an 8 to 10 leagues above situation, but she showed up on Friday morning and immediately proved that it was about a 18 to 20 leagues more likely, as she just came in and blew everything I had done to that point out of the water in about 10 minutes by pure skill. So I have a little bit of what she's been able to put together so far to show here on
Ooh.
how much different the graphics can look when someone who actually knows what they're doing looks at. Oh, um, that's embarrassing. Uh, oops.
We had this is all part of the process. It's not a jam unless this happens.
Did that get caught on the stream, or is that still? Oh,
Yeah.
darn it. Let me.
Oh,
Did that work?
yep.
There we go.
We got friendships, we got disco, we got dodgeball, we got saga, we got a menu. This looks great.
This looks utterly fantastic.
Let's go.
I can't wait to see what else she has done. But real life has gotten a little bit in the way of this, and I broke the buttons at some point a little while ago and haven't managed to. Oh, whoops! I probably shouldn't have done that.
It is totally okay. I honestly thank you for sharing it. Um, really, truly fantastic job so far, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I know we all need a little bit of self-care, but I cannot wait to showcase what your team submits at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So thank you both so much for joining in this evening.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Okay,
I'm going to
folks.
take a nap.
While Lady Mel goes takes a nap, we're all going to take a short break while we prepare our final Lag Jam presentation for the evening. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to show off more day 3 developments in full dichromatic rhythm. Welcome back to Lady Arcaders and day 3 of the Lag Jam nightly event recap. We're in the home stretch of game development, folks. Teams have less than 24 hours to finish their games before development wraps at 10 p.m. tomorrow, and all games will be featured in our final Lag Jam showcase, which is also streaming tomorrow night right here on the Lady Arcaders channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. For our last team presentation of the evening, I am joined by Bunniest Bunrina from Team Dichrome. It's great to have you back tonight to share more progress. How are you doing?
What is up? I am doing well today. Thank you for having me on again. Welcome back to the paint.net. How we
I'm
doing?
so excited. I see letters on our keyboard.
Yes, you do. We got letters on the
Woo!
keyboard. Not all of them, but for as many as we can fit.
Well, stenography keyboards are truncated, so it fits the theme.
They are indeed. We're still missing two columns, but everything else is there. Regardless, welcome back everyone to Rhythm Stenography. Remember how last time I said that there's like the best news is no news? I lied. The best news is that the game's done, and I'm happy to say the game's done.
Woo! Like the game's done, you can go to bed. You don't have to worry about anything at all, and you can submit it now. Done. That's it.
It's already submitted.
It's already submitted, so people can go to itch.io now to play it if they wanted to and get a sneak peek and blow their minds before we showcase it.
Yes, indeed. It's not fully finished, as in like we're still working on it.
Okay.
Like we're still polishing things up and all's well, but I'm actually pretty happy with the final product as it is currently right now.
That's amazing.
that's why it's
So
up.
like that's the place that you want to be. So congrats. Congrats,
Thank
Team
you.
Dichrome. That's amazing.
Our goal was to make sure we finish a game, and so we did.
Woo! GG.
Thank you.
So what are you going to show us? Though I want to let's go into it.
Well, let's not get too hasty. I can't be showing off the whole
Oh.
thing. I gotta give people something to play now.
Okay, give us some teasers, all right? Like let's it says rhythm stenography _
That's the one. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a question after that. That was something related
Nope.
to the. No, okay.
that was it.
Oh,
I was gonna let you fill in the blank after stenography.
Oh, we'll put an exclamation point there. How about that?
Okay, yeah. Bam.
But wait.
Yeah, so how did I guess you can tell us, like, obviously we are at day 3 and you've completed the game. So how did you get here? How did you accomplish it so quickly?
Honestly, it's just a matter of keeping scope down and making sure that here's my deal. All right. I have been to a few game jams before, and I have been incapable of finishing games prior. We don't have to go over the whole thing again, but that's how it is sometimes. So here's the deal. Is that you are always going to overestimate what you can do in a certain amount of time when it comes to game development. It's just how it is. It doesn't matter how careful you are. I tried to be careful here, and I still went over my estimate. Here's how it works. You plan to make a game in 2 days for your 3.5-day game jam, and you still go over a little bit, as we did to day 3, but you're still under because your overestimation is not that terrible anymore. It's
a good way to do it. It's like tricking yourself into getting work done. It's brilliant, really.
it's actually been wonderful.
Yeah, you must feel so good right now. Like it's like, like the stress meter, like from the first game, is low right now.
Oh, it is. It's lovely. And it's nice. Well, it also helps making, I don't want to say the rest of the game, but the stuff we want to add on next. We're currently working on the practice like demo that usually you would play before every Rhythm Heaven minigame. We're working on that right now. and it is so much less stressful knowing that it doesn't have to be in the game. We can put it in
Yep.
and we can take our time with it, and if it doesn't make it, we still have a game out there and it's fine. It helps
Yep.
a lot, actually. Just making
That
sure
is
you
great.
have the base game down first and make sure to just get that stress off the table. I honestly think it helps a lot just in terms of getting more stuff done afterwards, because
Absolutely.
you're not thinking like, oh, I need to finish this game, or I'm literally not going to have anything to show, or all this effort's going to go to waste, because it's not going to go to waste. You'll be fine.
So, okay, with that said, you're saying that you're hoping to have like the let's teach you how to rhythm section of the
Yes.
game ready for tomorrow. Is there anything else that you're working on to try to fit in if you can?
Yes. We're working on an extras menu. we want
Ooh.
we wanna add a few extras. Rhythm Heaven games like to give you these like little like dialogue pieces and these like little like illustrations and stuff like that if you do well. And we'd like to give the players some of those as well, just to sort of build out the strange little world out here and have a little more fun with the setting. And it's like a nice little reward for people who do actually end up coming back and playing the game multiple times, which is recommended.
For I know that I can see a few different names in chat. So for those who weren't here on Monday, do you want to describe how your game works? I know it involves Takadimi rhythm,
Yes.
and eighth and 16 notes. Like on one hand is eighth notes, the other hand is 16th notes. Is that still how it played out?
Yes, it is. We'll be able to see it here in a little bit once we get to playing a little bit of the game. But essentially, rhythm stenography is, of course, a fun little quote unquote typing game where you just press a couple buttons. And the goal is to help develop, part is to help develop your playing skills. Because every Rhythm Heaven minigame usually seeks out to test or reinforce like a certain like musical skill, we wanted to do that as well. This skill we're going to be testing is playing eighth notes in one hand and filling in 16th notes with the other, which you will do through the wonderful art of court stenography, keeping up with some very chatty law people. And alongside that, it's going to be a
Very
little bit
chatty.
very chatty. Uh, alongside that's going to be a little bit of sight reading as well, and that sort of fun stuff. Really, a lot of a lot of it comes maybe. Now that I've been thinking about it, now that I'm up here and I'm thinking about it, I really think I'm just like inflicting my oral skills one trauma onto other people. I'm just like channeling it into a video game, and I'm like, you learn it now. I had to wake up at 8 a.m. to do this. Now you do it now recreationally. I think that might be my. I think that might be the problem. It's still unresolved, so maybe I should have seen a therapist instead of making a video game. But the video game's already made, so it's too late now.
Well, a therapist is great, and always support that. Sometimes making a game is also kind of therapeutic.
No, it was. It's actually been fantastic making this game because I've had trouble with game jams in the past. Some of my past partners were not as great, and it's been sort of like really therapeutic doing this game jam and having things turn out just to be like, yes, I can do this again. it's I have the ability to do this.
Yeah, and you know what? Like group projects are my personal bane of life. So when you get a good one, it's just such a breath of fresh air
Oh, it's
for
glorious.
sure. Do you want to shout out any of your group members here while
Yes,
while
I
they're not here
will.
with us?
I will be shouting out my one other group member who is currently in the
Yeah,
coding mines as we speak. Uh,
the code dungeon.
the code dungeon. I've put them in the dungeon and I've locked them away as I draw backgrounds. But a big shout out to my other team member, Buzz, the other half of
Let's
Diachrome,
go,
who
Buzz.
is done nothing but wonderful things for me, seriously. They helped save one of my previous Game Jam projects from being abandoned forever. Uh, check out Lamb Slaughterhouse on Ichigo. You can check it out right now. It was made in 2 weeks, asterisk. But they've also done a fantastic job on this one. And outside of a few communication issues, it's been it's been very smooth. Though we did have some funny communication issues.
I mean, that's part of life, right?
It is. One of the wildest things is since last time you asked for an aha moment, I didn't really have one.
Yeah.
I finally have one for you.
Okay, hit us. I want to hear your aha moment.
I was we were working on some of the timing, and we were working because one of the inputs wasn't registering for me consistently. The second 16th note or the first 16th note, whichever it was, it wasn't registering for me ever. And we were having so much trouble with it. I was like, maybe the timing windows are overlapping, maybe it's too big, maybe it needs to be moved around a little bit, something. But it turns out it was just a thing on my end. I just failed to communicate. Instead of having the second 16th note, the one you would actually play on your left hand if you were playing percussion, my lovely when I let me frame this appropriately. When I told my programmer that I wanted the 16th notes on the left hand, they looked at the score that I provided them and made all of the 16th notes on the left hand, even the ones that are supposed to be played by the right hand. So that was egg on my face, but it was very funny when we were talking about it. I realized that this was simply a fun and quirky, albeit mildly annoying, quirk of how we write music now, and how it doesn't actually communicate ideas behind music sometimes. It's fascinating and it's fun, and I'm glad it only took like 15 minutes. That's that's the real thing. I'm glad it only took 15 minutes to fix. If this was like an hour ordeal, I would have actually felt really bad.
Oh, it happens though, right? It's so
It
funny how those
does.
things work.
Anyways, I don't have too much more to talk about. How about I swap over the stream here and I take you into the actual game? How about that?
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, it's here.
It's here. Just to double check, it is apparently quite loud. So in case the stream wasn't turned down already on the Lady Arcade's behalf, I don't want to blast everyone's ears out. As excited as I am to share my music, of course.
I have my headphones on. I'm ready to be blasted out of my seat.
Excellent. I might not talk much, and I won't be showing the whole game. But feel free to feel free to enjoy.
I'm excited. Let's do it. Let's embrace the progress.
Sure. So we'll just get the jams in.
Let's see the jams in chat for the lag jam. And oh no, it appears the stream has mysteriously closed out of the video game.
Weird how that works. I'm sorry. I wanted to show you the whole thing, but it appears like Discord's having a few issues here. So it looks like, oh no, it's my time's up. I can't be running the clock. I'm sorry. I don't want to keep everyone up or anything. So
You know, it looks like
unfortunately,
people
I
just
think
have
that's
to
gonna
come
have to
back
be it.
tomorrow, right?
Oh, what a shame.
Darn it.
Oh well.
That was incredible. Really, Rita? Thank you so much. Congrats again on already getting the game done and cruising your way through some additional optional, I'm going to say, features for tomorrow. Um, really, really, really cool. So thank you, and Buzz for all of your hard work. I'm thrilled to be showcasing this tomorrow on our stream.
Absolutely.
With that, we're going to take a quick break. So hold your place on the dance floor. Our final day 3 Lag Jam comments are coming up next, folks. And that's a wrap, folks. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight for day 3 of the Lady Arcaders Game Development Jam recap. A huge shout out to all the teams who joined us this evening. It's been an absolute joy watching these games grow from napkins to pixels over the past 3 days. The work, the focus, and the heart that you've all poured into these projects over such a short time really has been incredible to watch. I'm so grateful that I can be here to see the development and host the show. It's honestly so much fun. And tomorrow is the big day. The final showcase for the Lag Jammers Waltz will be streamed live right here on the Lady Arcaders. The Lady Arcaders. It's you know what? That's going to be our arch nemesis, the Arcaners. Lady Arcaders channel here at 9 p.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. All submitted games will be played by members of the Lady Arcaders community, and then you'll be able to check them out yourselves on itch.io once they go live. So be sure to join us in for the grand finale as we celebrate all the hard work and artistry that went into this year's jam. Please do stick around for the last waltz. We'll be raiding on over to Sanjan, who is playing Octopath Traveler 0. Thank you again so much for being here tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow for the final showcase.